How's it going? We're back with Katawa Shoujo, and I really don't know where I left off. I think I was in the decision. I think so. All I know that we're still in Act One. So which one was the recent one? This one, Above and Beyond. Okay, so oh, okay, I remember. I remember what happened. So, before I stopped the session before, I was messing around and about how the teacher was gonna switch something up with that weird tablet looking thingy, and I kind of made it full screen, so I stopped playing because it kind of startled me. So, I'm pretty sure I read that, I think, but just in case. But this is, hey, playing delinquent again. Oh, I feel like an idiot when I'm reading by myself. Hanako blushes hard at Misha's straightforward jab, even if it was only in jest. Oh, hey. Okay, I guess she's signing. Oh, don't do that, dude. Every time I see, like, her Hanako's face just like sad, it's just like I feel bad about myself for some reason. Like, it hurts my feels. Shizune stares at her Really? What is up with that word, probingly, causing Hanako to look down and start backing away to the point where only her fingers can be seen wrapped nervously around the edge of the door. Maybe she's showing her dislike of Hanako by association of her dislike of Lily. I think I kinda messed up the borders for recording. Who knows? It appears so, and Hanako probably knows it well. Knows it as well. What is it, Hanako? Oh, God. Has Lily been here? Nope. Oh, voice crack. Sorry, I haven't seen okay, is it Sato? Sato? Maybe? Because, Shoujo is like OU, so I think it's Sato. So, she came by in the morning though. Hanako keeps looking uneasily at Shizune, who stares back at her with her usual studying gaze. What is she trying to do? Yeah, what are you trying to do? Blink face? Evil face. Her face looks so stupid. I'm laughing because it's really late at night and I should be in bed right now, but I really want to record this before I get to bed. Of course, Shizune isn't going to look away, and she's intimidating enough as it is, so I can only imagine how terrified Hanako would be. I was gonna say could, but it is a little uncomfortable watching Hanako's reaction to Shizune's normal behavior. This is what happens when two people at two different extremes meet, it seems. I'm gonna drink some water. Maybe that's an extreme. Freaking Hisao. Do you know where she is? I was gonna stop the recording. Oh, that would've been so bad if I did. If she has any sense in her head, she's in her classroom working on their festival Oh yeah, I remember they were fighting. They were fighting about the festival thing. On their festival project, but who knows where that woman is loitering at. Woman? You need to find her. You need to find her? She was looking for you in the morning, but I guess you have missed each other. She waits a little without answering the simple question, looking awfully like she's not sure if it's proper to answer such a question. Whoa, wait. I think like her eye was like completely purple from what I saw, and all of a sudden it's like this random glare. Yeah. I can come with you if it's. Dude, what is up with you with thinking I can come with you and then we could be da. Hanako nods fractionally, still on guard. Her shoulders stiff like wood. I get the feeling that she might be more comfortable by herself after all, but it's not too late to back off now. Well, Hisao, you screwed up. You definitely screwed up. She has this really troubled expression she seems to wear almost constantly, one that makes me constantly beyond guard myself. I wonder why. Well, maybe she's self-conscious. Have you thought of that? Because maybe you're self-conscious because you figured saw Kenji naked, and that was worse for me. Kind of understanding why she always seems to be so wary, or maybe more like why it could be a person like her. But I still have no idea how I should act around such a person. It's How is it dinner time? It's not even look like it's dinner time. Freaking us out. It's dinner time soon. Where are you planning to eat with Lily? Oh, I thought that was coming from. Okay, that was coming from the TV. Alright. She nods slightly. So she must have been trying to get in the cafeteria. Well, there's something of a dinner crowd just like the cafeteria. Cafeteria is crowded during lunch. Wait, how's that dinner time? It's lunch. What? What is he talking about? Is it like in Japan? Is it like opposite? So like, if you're eating dinner, they call it breakfast. They call lunch lunch, and they call dinner. Oh wait, they call breakfast dinner. They call lunch lunch, and they call breakfast dinner. If that makes sense. It's not as bad because dinner time is longer than lunch hour. Lunch hour, but I can understand why Hanako could be discouraged from going in. I pick up my bag, and we take our leave. Hanako skips a little to meet my initial pace, so I slow down to match her speed. It didn't take long for us to be walking at a comfortable pace down the hallway. It almost feels like we're going for a stroll together. Dude, don't think that. Something that I can't say I've really done before with a girl. Hanako doesn't seem to be thinking the same thing though. Yeah, exactly, because she doesn't know you, and you're like a complete stranger. You're like a whole new person to her. She's like, why are you talking to me? Go away. You're not wanted, or something like that. I don't know. Even though we are walking at the same pace, she never comes within arm's reach. Why would she? She barely knows you. Freaking Hisao, get your mind out of the gutter. I guess she's still a little uncomfortable around me, given how shy she is. There doesn't seem to be. Wait, oh crap! I can't even read. There doesn't seem to be much helping it, at least for now. Still can't believe these tables. These tables are haunting me. Back in my middle school, we had like circle tables, not like this type of table. Circle tables are really bad because it's really cramped and you're like, oh crap, I don't have room, so you're like eating really awkwardly with your arms like against the table. And here it looks like it's more spacious. By the time we arrive at the cafeteria, there's not much of a crowd there, but Lily is nowhere to be seen. Hanako's head sinks even lower than usual. Have you looked somewhere else already? It's just at the library. I was reading. Of course she was reading. Freaking okay. One thing, if you know when her birthday is and you just give her a book, you're screwed. Because maybe she doesn't know, maybe she doesn't read books. Who knows, she just might look at the pages to look smart and stuff. So she does spend the classes she skips at the library. Library. So not exactly a thorough research then. Well, if I had to guess, she'd be in her own class like Shizune said, right? Right. Don't. God dang it. If something messed up happens, I might freaking. My feels are just gonna take over or something. Freaking. With the slightest nods, Naka agrees with my reasoning. God, she's being so awkward. Hey, buddy, don't worry. I make people awkward too, so it's fine. It's like I need double-layered silk gloves with padding to even begin interacting with her. Wait, double silk paddings. I have no idea what that is. Some small talk might help her become a bit more used to me. It isn't hard to tell that the silence between us is hovering on the edge of both of our minds. So you and Lily usually hang out together after class, right? Yes. Yes. Okay, I think I just made the most weirdest face I ever made today. I'm not quite sure what I expected from her answer, nor why I even asked the question. That much was rather obvious after all. She doesn't seem like the type to cultivate a social circle either, so I suspect that Lily may well be her only friend. Must be a pain being in different classes, I'm guessing. She gives a sharp, almost reflexive nod. Compared to Lily's useful thought about her actions and speech, Hanako hastens hastens to make her answers as prompt and short as possible. No, don't smile! Don't you freaking smile! God dang it! Lily comes by the classroom though, even when she's busy. God! She uses a small smile as she says it, evidently appreciating the fact that Lily goes out of her way to help her. It's pretty cute, really. There isn't any need to say more, both of us contend that the discussions reached an end. I just realized, it seems like they're still packing stuff in. Look at this, see these boxes? Schools don't have boxes, they just have like freaking huge boxes, not like those mini tap boxes. As we ascend the stairs back to the lobby, we are met by a group of students heading downstairs like a school of fish moving from one feeding area to another. Whoa. Why are you like all the way to the left? I thought you were on the right side. Okay. They seem to be keeping mostly to themselves, but before I can notice her doing so, Hanako has moved around behind me. Hey, are you alright? Just keep going. Okay? Okay, so I'm guessing she isn't too confident about how she looks because of the scars on her face. I'm guessing, but it doesn't really cover her up because, you know, on her hands the scars are there too, so that's really ow. The students pass us without as much as a second glance, and Hanako takes up position to my side again as we enter the building. Her momentary I can't even pronounce that because I'm it has a right. So reprieve her from her anxiety, all but snatched away. Even as we climb towards the third floor, she doesn't seem to relax. It isn't as if I've never known a shy person before, or even shy girls, but Hanako seems to be pretty far beyond that. What I'd call normal in her fear of other people. If it weren't for Lily acting as a mediator, I doubt Hanako would have even been able to walk beside me like this. She seems completely shut down in the presence of others. The rest of well, if you think about it, don't mention her scars. She won't attack you. I think that's about it. The rest of the walk up to Lily's class. Reading is killing me right now. The rest of the walk up to Lily's classroom continues in strange silence while I rue her inability to socialize at all. Oh no, the freaking face again! No! Go away! Go away, you're not needed. Freaking painting, whatever you are. After we after we make our way up the stairs, the noise coming from Lily's classroom is audible from halfway down the hallway. I wasn't expecting such a din at all. Well, didn't she say she was like in the classroom like with half blind and blind people? Well, I guess we found her. This wasn't hard. Did Hanako come here first and come to me for backup? I wonder. Well, ow, freaking mind her. Well, if that's true, then at least she's starting to trust me a little. That can only be a good thing. One good thing, she's trusting you. And then next thing you know it, friend zoned. Eventually, the two of us reached the door to class 3-2, with Hanako less than I can't even talk. I'm gonna hurt myself trying to say this. Positioning herself behind me, I opened the door. Okay, that's not a teacher's desk. That is not a teacher's desk. Why do they have a map in a blind classroom? Why do they have a map? Look, there's a map right here, and you can't see. Well, wait, never mind. Actually, wait. There's half-blind people. Inside is a hive of activity. I can't talk. Inside is a hive of activity. Seemingly, every student in the class talking at once as they work hurriedly on their separate tasks. Going by the paint cans, decorations, and banners being made, it must be for the upcoming school festival. I guess my first priority should be finding Lily. Well, that's not easy. Well, that's easy because she's the only blonde person in the freaking school. I think. Dot dot dot. There. Freaking creepy as crap, dude. Come on, what the fudge? Finding her among the din is surprisingly easy, not the least because of her looks. With a couple of students gathered around her as she stands at the front of this class, she seems to be in charge of the preparations, or at least busy organizing them. But would you let a blind person organize stuff? How do they know? Unless you type it right in Braille, then yeah, but why? Carefully negotiating a path through the various students hunched over the floor for lack of desk space, I raise a hand entirely out of habit as we finally reach Lily. Hi, Lily. Hi, can you see my hand? She perks her head up as she breaks off talking to a noticeably smaller girl who must be her classmate, trying to listen as best as she can. Sorry. Who? Sorry. Why would you want to meet up when she's busy? That's like the worst thing, because you know, if you bother someone who's busy, they'll just like maul your eyes out. They're gonna be like super angry, be like, "Oh, why are you bothering me? You nothing." Be like, "Crap, what am I doing?" Sorry, Hisao, I have Hanako too. Wait, was that Lily talking or was that Hisao talking? I need to look back. Hi. She's pretty skittish considering the number of people around. It isn't too hard to work out why. Lily takes a moment's pause to assess the situation before turning to the other student once again. For the moment, just ask Mariah Carey for his advice. Kenji's busy with. Oh no! Oh no! No! Why? What? No! That's just like. Oh my god! That sent chills down my spine. Figured Kenji's in this room. Kenji's busy with painting one of the banners already. A quick nod and she bounces off, fingers carefully sliding along the wall's face for orientation. Wait, Kenji? That? Kenji? Oh, fudge. Don't tell me it's Kenji. Fudge. Fudge. French toast. Mashed potatoes. Tomato juice. Potato butts. I quickly turn about, leaning to the side to see past Hanako. Sure enough, in the corner of the room, Kenji's hunched over a sheet of cloth as he paints it. His eyes remain only inches from the brush, reminding me of how close he had to be to make out my face when I met him. Sorry about that. Our class doesn't have many students with even partial eyesight, so they're in high demand. That's right. Class 3-2 was especially for students with poor vision. Preparing for the festival must be pretty arduous for them. Need a hand? Okay, I was gonna. If there was a handless person, they would have been mad. Be like, need a hand, and they'll think you're joking. And be like, you're freaking dead. You're dead. Once they get a gun or something, I'm gonna shoot you and be like, oh, need a heart. Okay, I think that was pretty stupid. I could give you help if you need some. Maybe Hanako could too. A chance to set her mind on something would do her good, but I doubt she has the courage to ask outright. She quickly nods in affirmation. Wait, is that how you say it? Affirmation. Affirmer. But I sound like I sound like an idiot. Affirmation afterwards. So confident I made the right move. Lily gives a noticeable sigh of relief. Ah, that's good. This might actually get finished before everyone goes off to dinner now. Would you be able to help the person painting the main banner? It's a big task for him to do, but nobody else can help. Kenji? Sure. No, don't tell me. He's gonna be like, the feminist, man. The feminist. She seems surprised that I know him. I can't really blame her. Oh, I just realized her face like, what? And then she's like, oh wait, no, her face is still the same, never mind. I take it you have met. Our rooms in the dorm are right next to each other. Hard to miss each other, really. Well, it's good to see you're getting friends so fast. No, he's not a friend. He's just some weird guy who owes me 400 yen. I think. Wait, was it 400 or 4,000? Friend, I wonder if that's the right word to use for him. Hanako's silence during the proceedings reminds me of the reason I put her up to I put her up to helping in the first place. We'll go help him then. He knows what needs doing, right? That's right. Just ask if you have any problems. Alright, have a problem? Tell him not to be in the bathroom when there's another person there and walk through the mist butt naked. Get a towel, sir. Get a towel. Chorusing in said, Hanako and I begin another trek across the classroom. Kenji sits crouched on the floor with his gaze fixed on the white calico in front of him. Whoa. It looks like you're sitting at the desk, Kenji, but your head is backwards like Hey Kenji. No answer. He continues dragging his paint-soaked brush along the large half-painted kanji that's sketched on the sheeted pencil. Kenji? Huh? What? Who is it? Who is it? Dude. If this is the way he treats class members, it's no small wonder he's working on this alone. It's me, Hisao from the... Right, I know that man. What you doing here, though? His dismissive attitude annoys me. He must be the type to really get focused on his work, hating to be disturbed by anyone until he's done, I suppose. Nah, that's like me, give or take, but, you know, I'm not that super serious about work. But, yeah. Throw it out the window. While we talk, the sound of Hanako's footsteps as she walks out from behind me reminds me that she's here. Oh no! She's here! Freaking, she's gonna murder me because of that smile that she gives. It like makes me feel really bad. I know I just said it like 10 minutes ago. I don't know. I was just going to help with the banner. Hanako and I. That is. Hello. Oh. Hey. I guess that's okay. Hey, that rhymed. Freaking Kenji, you should be a rapper. But then you'll get expelled for saying the N-word. Okay. I think I'm done here. As soon as Hanako enters the equation, his demeanor takes a complete about-face. His sudden fox hospitality is solidly unsettling. Alright, women. On second thoughts, this may not have been a great idea after all. Oh god, why are you guys so close to me? Not in the face. Don't punch me in the face. Not the face. Hanako and I grudgingly set ourselves down on the opposite side of the cloth banner. To Kenji, noting the several small paint tins on the ground around it. Class 3-2. Noodle stall. Whoa. They're making noodles. You guys selling noodles at the festival on Sunday? Yeah. Some stalls outside of something. Or something. His non-committable... Why did I put a random B in it? Committal. Non-committal. Nature sparks a fair amount of suspicion on my behalf. The task at hand comes first though. So how do you want to split this? We do the borders while you do the text? Or do you want to switch and do the borders? Text is mine, bro. You do borders, dude. He has surprisingly strong feelings on the topic. As I reach over to grab a brush, I notice Hanako's already debating between colors to use. Whoa! I just saw her eye move. She's like her pupil is like her entire eye, and she looks down, and it starts flashing. It's crazy, dude. By the time I put brush to cloth, she's already started on that delicate pattern. Looks like my idea of taking her mind off everyone around her worked. With a dark blue stroke, the three of us silently get to work. Not before Kenji takes advantage of Hanaka's working to lean towards me and whisper conspiratorially, though. Okay, man. Why are you here? Hanaka just wanted some help to find Lily, that's all. Oh, he's frowning. He apparently disapproves of my motivations. I get it. Alright. It looks like I misjudged you. You're infiltrating them, aren't you? Going deep under... Okay, dude, what is wrong with you? Okay, I can't present her. Okay. I should have guessed. Letting the truth slip by him would probably be better than outright lying or annoying him in any case. Is that why you're here? Obviously, it sucks, but there's no better way to get intel than going in yourself. We gotta stick together, dude. This is a harsh school, a harsh world, dude. Yes, very harsh. He misses my true meaning as he leans back, satisfied. I'm sympathetic to his cause. I'd better get down to work. Oh, transition. Finished. Oh, whoops. Whoops. Looks like I am too. Good job. The two of us connect up the lines of our patterns, mine being as close a copy as I could manage of hers. Hallelujah, praise Jeebus. With a grunt, I lever myself up from the floor and look around. Aside from Hanaka and myself, there's only Kenji left finishing off a sign, as well as Lily and a couple of students talking among themselves in the classroom. Looking at my watch is no surprise as we're getting pretty late. Need a hand? I offer a hand to Hanaka, which she uses to get herself up. As she does, I can't help but glance at her wrist. See? Dude! You just love pointing out stuff. You like, oh, need a hand? Oh, snap it. Her scar's on her hand. What's she gonna do? What's she gonna do? Making stuff flip now. But glance at her wrist. If her scars extend even to there, just how much of her body was burned? Wait, she was burned? Maybe if there was a fire. Okay, I got nothing. I feel a pain and guilt about it, however, as she quickly covers her wrist with her other hand. I know how you feel, Hisao. When she smiles, I feel like I'm gonna die. That's kind of weird how I just said that, but looks good, doesn't it? She looks surprised for a moment before noticing that I mean the banner. No, don't smile. Fudge. I know it does. I guess. Please stop smiling. Fudge cakes. Her smile shows that oh god, that she feels a slight sense of pride in the results just as I do. With the floor significantly neater for the decorations being placed on desks and shelves, and wow, that was weird. It's much easier to get to Lily as we cross the room. We finished the banner, I guess that's all that needs to be done. Oh great, now they're both smiling. You know, I always feel bad whenever other people smile, because I don't smile that much, only when I laugh, but I laugh a lot, so I guess you say I smile a lot. But like, when I see other people smile, like, I just feel like, oh crap, did I do something stupid? Or like, I just feel really bad. Like, for instance, here, this is like, Katawa Shoujo is like, disability girls, or people with disability, and that they're still smiling over what happened to them. So like, I don't want them to feel different. That's the thing. That's like, that's so weird. And now it's going chills down my spine again. Now I'm getting goosebumps. Lily gives an appreciative nod. Thank you, Hisao Hanako. If there's any way I can thank you. Oh, can you tell Kenji to stop going to the bathroom without the towel? Call me on the fog and be like, hey bro, can I borrow some money? And if not, he's gonna stab me in the alley and just be like, that's what you get for not giving me money. It's fine. Beats sitting in my room studying at any rate. I don't mind either. She nods before suddenly remembering one last person. Oh, is Kenji still here? Just as I open my mouth, Kenji gives the answer from the other side of the room. Yeah. Yeah, just finished. He carefully slides his sign onto an empty section of shelf to dry before quickly walking past us and out the door. Wait, see ya, dude. Bye. The remaining two students say their goodbyes to Lily before taking their cue to leave as well, leaving only the three of us. Well, I guess that's everyone. I hope we don't have to do anything like that again. Working past school time? Indeed, the class's plans this year was ambitious, maybe too ambitious. The stalls look nice though. No, don't smile, god dang it. She's right. It shows that a lot of work's gone into them. My, I'm sure a lot of us would be glad to hear that. At least now there's not much work to do until the festival itself. It's getting pretty late. Should we go? That's probably a good idea. Are you going back to your dorms as well, Hisao? Yeah, I guess I'll tag along. Tag. Whoa, look at that bench. Look at those trees. Look at that sky. Oh god, I think it kind of went overboard with nature. The nighttime light The nighttime lighting really makes the gardens look quite different. Compared to the usual look of lush greenery, things are much more calm. I'm gonna drink water just because this scene is so calm. See that? Drink some water. Drinking water prevents diarrhea. From my experience, no, I'm just kidding. Actually, I don't know. Being that it's so late, the lack of students around probably helps. The odd one or two can be seen scurrying to and from the dorms, trying to eke the most out of their approaching curfews, but no more. All that could be heard is our footsteps, in addition to Lily's cane regularly gently tapping the ground in front of her. She needs like a walk dog, because walk dogs are pretty cool. Actually, there's someone at my school that actually has a walk dog, and dog's just like, hey, I'm just here. It's nice to finally be able to relax a bit after the mad rush during school. Without even noticing it, I let out a small yawn. Tired? Yeah, so we're getting used to the flow of things, I guess. The thing with Shizune took me kind of off guard though. I grit my teeth a little at the candid mention of their rather public spat. Yeah, that was pretty weird. That said, I do want to sort out what in the world was behind it. Ah, about that. I'm sorry about it being so public. Shizune and I go back some ways. Her voice seems slightly irritated as she remembers Shizune, obviously unwilling to discuss it any further. I glanced to Hanako for her views on this, but her expression is unsurprisingly evasive and difficult to read. Poker face. Either way, I guess her apologizing for it is something, even if my curiosity goes unanswered. I'll be glad once the festival is over in any case. The change of topics welcome clearing the thickening air quickly. I can imagine. My old school's festivals were a lot more low-key than this. Yamaku stresses the idea of a school community, so the staff likes to make our festivals and such special occasions. Oh. I wish my school did that. Oh wait, because my school's full of swags. Yeah, I said that. And yet the students are the ones who do the work. What an unfair world. Hanako and Lily both chuckle in agreement. God dang it, why are you guys smiling? Savoring the fact that none of the staff are around to hear our grumbling. I suppose coming from a strict all-girls school helped me a bit with Yamaku. Compared to there, Yamaku is much more relaxed. I can't pronounce I'm gonna hurt myself. That'd go away towards explaining her well-bred speech and behavior in any case. Oh god. Rin's painting mural. What happened to the face? As we come up to the dormitories, it eventually comes time to leave our respective rooms. Wait, I think I spelled that wrong. Read that wrong. See you, Lily, Hanako. The two both gave polite nods before setting off to the women's dorms just next to the guys. As is to be expected of such an arrangement, there's a staff member casually patrolling around outside to prevent any nighttime shenanigans. Walking past them, I quickly stretched my arms and rubbed my cheek, both quite sore after having worked on the floor for so long, before walking to my room. It feels good to actually have direction though. After so long in the hospital, the everyday facts of studying, homework, and teachers seem almost a blessing. Hallelujah! Praise Jeebus! I guess if things continue like this, my time at Yamaku might turn out okay. Yeah. Adhering to the nurse's nagging voice in the back of my head, I set my alarm clock to wake me up early enough to go jogging again. Let's go jogging! Alright, so you're gonna go jogging and we'll be like, yeah! You're fit! I made a promise and I'm going to keep it. Besides, Emmy is bound to rat on me if I don't show up. Yeah, that is kinda true. But it's not all that bad. Close your eyes and go to sleep. I'm gonna drink water while this loading screen goes up. Oh no. My morning alarm goes off and I flail about uselessly for a while until I remember that I decided to give morning rounds another shot. Yeah. You punk. Know your schedule. I don't know if if this was my greatest idea, but I'm determined to keep going. This is about my health after all. Yeah, if you don't exercise, you'll be like, oh, my heart, and then dead. And then you'll be like, oh, I should have exercised. And then, or you could have been like, I should have listened to Brock. Brock was the one who freaking told me to do this and do that, and it'll be like, yes, you did it, Sal. You did it. Good job. Sure, things haven't been great lately for me, but that hasn't made existence so intolerable that I'm not going to try everything I can to stay healthy. Besides, it's all about asserting some kind of control over this thing, right? If I can manage that well, I can manage anything. Yeah, you can. So, do it. Make this a habit. At least that's what I keep telling myself. Alright, we're at the track. That was fast. Alright, transformation. Once again, I hear someone running. Once again, it would appear that I'm not alone in my run. Emmy has apparently been here for some time. It looks like she's already worked up a good sweat. Dude, don't do that. Just when the heck does she come down here anyway? She's on the track, remember? Oh, it's you! I wish I could do a high-pitched voice, but, you know. It's like 2:36 a.m. I'm surprised to see you again. Why is that? Oh god, I freaking hate your pigtails. Well, not many people actually manage to come back for a second try. Shut up! Don't judge me. It's because of my heart. She frowned, seemingly annoyed by a passing thought. Like the rest of the track team, for instance, still, it was only supposed to be a volunteer basis, so it's not that big of a shock. Why are you wearing underpants? I just realized she was wearing underpants. I completely realized she was wearing underpants as a track uniform. How? I thought there was like some type of code for track because, you know, I was going to join track, but the lady didn't give me the sports package, so I was like, crap. And I guess it's pretty early in the morning. I shrug and suddenly it appears that she's forgotten what she was talking about. Of course. The frown disappears entirely and she seems to snap back. Oh, now you freaking gonna have a hat on too? Be like, yeah, boy. Snap back to her previous train of thought. So, come on then. What? You're here to run again, right? Well, yes. So come on. I found myself suddenly grabbed and yanked onto the track. Things seemed to be set on mirroring yesterday's run. That is, I seem to be struggling while Amy moves with an effortlessness that I find inviolable. It's incredibly bothersome to be so easily worn out. I know I should be patient, work toward things gradually, but it's difficult to stay positive about this. We round the track and start on our second lap. Amy seems to have grown impatient, keeping pace with me, and begins to pull away. This is where I gave out yesterday. Oh no. Oh no. Decision time. I'm gonna save because, you know, who knows? Who knows what might happen. Okay. Well, we don't want to go for it because I might die on the track. So, if I die on the track, then that's the game over right there. And if I overdo it, then, well, freaking, the nurse said, take it easy. So, I'm gonna go by the doctor's word, by Brock's word. No, doctor, why was I saying doctor? The doctor is not even in here. I'm gonna take it easy. I let Emmy go with her own pace, and she doesn't show mercy, pulling half a lap ahead of me in an instant. I don't blame her. I mean, it's not as if I'm really putting up any sort of real fight out here, is it? Instead, I'm just running at a steady pace, which is what I should be doing, right? Yes, Sal. Take it, and be like, I ran today, Brock. Are you proud of me? And then Brock's gonna be like, hug, and be like, you did it. There's no need to go pushing my limits at this stage of the game. Oh, you just broke the fourth wall, didn't you? Freaking Sal. God, is this even worth it? As we finish the second lap, I break off again. Emmy keeps going, and it almost seems to me that she's disappointed. Well, that's stupid. I don't have anything to prove to her. Come to think of it, I've got nothing to prove to myself either. I'm just fine the way I am. And what I'm not is a runner. This was probably a bad idea. No, it was not a bad idea. It was a good idea because you're jogging. You're being physical again, Sal. Well, wait, are you stopping? Maybe there's something else I can do instead of this. Getting up this early sucks. Figured I don't need an alarm clock when I need to wake up. I just wake up. Anyway, there's got to be some other way to keep healthy. Walking, maybe? Nice afternoon walks? Yeah, that sounds good. Running isn't for me. But I wave to Emmy and head back to my room. I'll think of something else later. I hope you don't run into Kenji again. Back in my room, the first thing I see is the familiar row of medication bottles lined up on top of my dresser. It makes me depressed as usual. Don't feel depressed. Look at all the friends you're making. Mine is Kenji. She's not your friend. It's annoying. It's annoying. I thought I was okay. I thought I had made my peace with this thing. Gotten over it. But what I really did, I allowed myself to forget that I have a problem. Being here really reminds me of the reality and trying to fight against it just hurts. Reflecting on it's only going to do so much. I've done this before for months. It seems like it's time to get over it. Oh, walk it off, Sal. Oh, wait a second, you already did. If I allow myself to forget that my life is definitely not going to be as long as those of others, I won't get anywhere. Well, that's when you're gonna rape and pillage villages. My life may be different from others, but it is a life in progress. That is how I rationalize it. I down the usual handful of pills, trying to push the sudden dreary feelings out of my head. Then I prepared to head out to class early, as usual. Oh no. Oh no. No, no, no. As I step into the hallway, I notice Kenji coming around the hallway corner, stealthily making his way over to his own room with a large bag. As he sneaks past me, soundlessly, like a ninja hiding in plain sight, I call out to him, "Hey." He jumps at the sound of my voice. "Oh man! Oh hey man! I didn't notice you there. I'm really tired." I think it's more like he didn't see me, but that's not the issue. Where have you been this early? Shopping? Nah, I wasn't shopping. Sometimes I have to visit the math teacher. Yeah, that's a perfect excuse. Yeah, I figured it would be a good idea to find out when the next exam is, since he tells you in advance if you want. Why are you frowning? Stop frowning. You're always angry, Harry Potter. So then, what's in the bag? I thought I'd go shopping, and while I was outside, we just asked you if you went shopping. You're like, "No, dude, I just went to talk to the math teacher." I was outside. I would need supplies to continue the fight against a vast feminist conspiracy. Okay. I thought you didn't go outside. I wear a hat now. And it is this whole hat. I decide to not point out that he is not wearing a hat. An awkward silence settles between us, and then Kenji breaks it by pushing his door open slowly, releasing a creaking sound into the air that only makes the moment seem more awkward. He sets the bag down inside his room and then closes the door. I'm surprised you went out of your way to find out a test date. Trying to take advantage of an opportunity to study is pretty diligent. I never study. Oh. Yeah, Hisao, he's blind. I just wanted to know when the next test day was. I'm still going to take it. Duh. I need to know so I know what day I can't afford to skip class. He usually sends out updates on that crap by phone, so I had to step out and check up on it. And why do you have to go out when you can get it on your phone? I don't carry a phone. Oh. What do you mean? You don't carry a phone? You mean you just leave it at home? Nah, I don't use phones. I don't have a phone. Phones, I have no phone. What? Wait, what? Why don't you have a phone? How can you not have a phone? No phone at all? No phone? Okay, so you just encouraging him to just say it. I just don't like phones. Actually, I'm kind of scared of them. I don't know why. I think it's some kind of repressed trauma. But basically, when I hear a phone, I get nervous. It's my darkest secret. I have two theories on it. Either I have some fear of receiving some undefined, ominous, life-altering doom call, or I was being with a phone in the past. Being so badly I can't remember it. I'm gonna say being in the head. Oh, Well, what else could I get being with a phone that could make me unable to remember it? The butt talks, the booty is Maximus. Unexpectedly logical. I feel very depressed now, sensing this conversation is more or less. Kenji opens his door again and prepares to head inside. Yeah, I'm going to sleep, dude. Have a good one. Class is going to start in like 20 minutes. I already did something today. Too tired to go to school. Whoa, hey, you need a lip balm? I accidentally bought two because I thought the store had started selling individual AA batteries. Thanks, but no thanks. Whatever, man. God, dude. First the bathroom, now you're like stealing stuff. He swiftly enters his lair, finally letting me go to the class. I'm gonna drink some water. Oh no. I think I spilled water on my headphones. Oh no. For a change, I'm not among the first ones to come to morning class. Instead, almost everyone else seems to be here already. I recognize most of my class by their faces by now, though the names escape me still. Wait, so you know the guy with the in the back where you were sitting? The class goes on lazily, and I think I'm starting to get into the rhythm of the school. I have been stopped worrying about taking notes and being overly attentive. The first days, I was pretty high-strung in class. Actually, I think this is like your fourth day. Number 4. Muto, freaking Mr. Pickles from Rugrats, okay, finished his lecture about electricity early, but continues without a pause about the festival. Alright, I'm trying to figure out, like, he looks like, okay, look, if you guys watched the show Rugrats when you were a child, then you would know what I mean, because he has the tie, he has the, shirt, and then he has the overcoat, which, Mr. Pickle, I think his name was Pickles, Stu, I think it was Stu Pickles, or something like that, and he has the same type of hair, the crazy hair, and then he has the saggy eyes, the kind of big nose, and then, like, the straight face. He never smiles from time to time, so, yeah, that's how I describe him. So, as you know, the festival is on the day after tomorrow. I hope everyone's projects are going to be successful this year. Have a good time, but also come Sunday, please. Keep the meaning of this festival in your minds. Nope. Games and fried food. Everyone burst out laughing out in laughter, and so do I. I don't find that funny. Yes. Thank you, Mikado. But what the fudge? I didn't click it. I didn't get to read it. The reminder of his sentence is buried beneath the ring of the lunch bells, and everyone starts packing their things. Mattel deliberates for a moment, but since almost nobody seems to pay attention anymore, he gives up and sits down. Teachers in my school like, oh, nope, sit down. You're staying because you're packing your stuff up. Better sit down and then sit quiet for the time. Don't make any noises. Or something like that, I don't know. Oh my god. Look at all these people. They're normal. Look at that person. Thank God they're covering that person right there. Look, see? Cock block. It's crowded in the hallway. Or as crowded as hallways in the school will probably get. Most of the students seem to be heading down for the cafeteria. Oh no. Oh no. Hisao, I'm going to make you a one-time only super extra special lunch offer. Emmy's homemade lunchboxes and privilege. Okay, I'm not gonna make that voice. Privilege of enjoying them in private with 2 bombshell beauties. Her overly flirtatious sales pitch echoes in the hallway. Hooray! Wow, I said really Asian. Hallway, a remarkable feat since it's full of people. Amy strikes a very confident-looking pose as though as an attempt to one-up her own ridiculousness, puffing her own modest chest and making the V for victory sign with her hand. Sounds delicious. To what do I owe this honor for being invited? You stood there looking really lost and sad, so I thought you could use some company. Nope, I want to go to the library. I want to talk to Nako. And maybe Lily. That is probably the most depressing reason imaginable. So how about it? You're probably really lonely and would eat that awful cafeteria food all alone. Otherwise, yeah. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Sure, I'll have lunch. Your lunch offer, but pleasure. Okay, that's taking it too far. Let's go to the what? The roof? Why the roof? Are you gonna? Yeah, you're gonna kick me off because I quit because that's where we eat lunch. And if I don't get up there, then she'll probably wander off, and then I just know she'll go hungry because she never packs a lunch for herself. There's a chance it's Rin. I'm thinking it's going to be Rin. Come with me. We can fly off to the space station or something. Without answering my question or waiting for a response, she grabs me by the arm and drags me through the hallways. You know that would be weird. She just starts dragging you like legitimately. You're just on the ground being dragged. I attempt to make conversation on the way. Why do you have an extra lunch? Emmy smiles guiltily. Actually, it's yesterday's. Ew. I slipped in a run at lunch and forgot to eat it. Huh? The stairway to the roof is a little dilapidated, but it's clearly been used recently. I think it's like dilapidated, it's like destroyed. Because look how it is. At the top of the stairs is a door complete with missing padlock. I wonder how the intrepid individual was that removed the lock. Look at that sky. Emmy shoves the door open and steps beaming into the sunlight. Yeah, it's red. Suddenly, a tall, dark stranger appears out of nowhere, standing imposingly in front of us. Amy flinches back, almost falling back down the stairs. Eek! Hello. Oh God, why did I do that? Yipes! You scared me, Rin. Wait, isn't she? Hello. No, not the penis. Noticing that Rin is speaking to me, Emmy looks curiously at me. You two know each other? No. We don't. We look confusedly. I look confusedly at Emmy.